Hey all, here OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the Alfawise MC50. This is a smart fitness tracker that has a built-in camera that can record video, kind of like a spy cam, and also record sound. So a few years back we checked out a spy voice recorder that was in the form of a bracelet and made it very easy to just wear and discreetly record sound, and you can play it back directly on the bracelet as well. This product here takes it one step further by putting a video camera to capture both full HD footage and also the sound. So it sells for $24 right now, which is pretty inexpensive. What's interesting is it also acts as a regular fitness tracker, so you can see if there's any calls coming in because it's connected to your smartphone using Bluetooth, and it also tracks your steps. So it's just like any other tracker, but it doesn't have a heart rate or an optical sensor on it. So very simple presentation. It says Intelligent Motion Bracelet Camera, along with a micro USB cable for charging, and also there is a instruction manual for the app, and then a separate manual for instructions on how to actually use the smart bracelet. A quick look at the design first. It's actually not that much larger or bulkier than a regular fitness tracker. Here it is compared to the voice recorder tracker as aforementioned, so about the same in terms of dimensions. The bracelet itself is made out of plastic. Again, we have the Alfawise logo, no optical heart rate sensor, but then on the front here we have a small OLED display, and if you look really closely you can kind of make out this is where the camera lens is. Now the plate here can actually be removed from the rubber band if you want to charge it, so that's where you have access to the micro USB port and also the micro SD card slot where you can insert a card up to 64 gigabytes for recording video. There is no memory built on in, so you will need to supply your own memory card. So one of the weirder things about this unit is based on the instruction manual, it looks like this is the correct orientation, camera on top, display below it, and keys on the left. But as you can see here on this particular unit, the display seems to be inverted. Now if you wear it upside down, obviously the screen will be right, but now the camera, when it's recording, will be upside down. So if you're recording footage, everything is going to seem flipped unless you process it later on using your computer. However, it made more sense when I was using it in person because a lot of the time you probably won't be recording your own face unless you're doing a vlog. So whenever you are maybe recording something else, you would flip your wrist like that, and this would suddenly put the camera back into the correct orientation for capturing everything else around you. Now the controls on the side work well enough, but they're not the easiest to press. You kind of have to use your fingernails and really press hard to get them to register. The key here on the top controls turning on the display so that you can tap on it to see the time and the date. You can tap on it again to take a look at number of steps you've walked, tap on it once more to take a look at distance converted to meters, as well as once again for calories burned, and once more for percentage of your goal that's met. Now this is not going to be a waterproof tracker, however, as you could tell with the micro SD card revealed. So you can't submerge this if you're going for a swim, you can't wear it in the shower, but it is sweat proof if you're just running and maybe taking it to the gym. Now the two keys below here are exclusive for accessing the recording capabilities. The bottom key here actually will turn on the video recording mode, so you can tap on it once and you'll actually feel a vibration. Afterwards you can begin recording video, you can tap on it again to stop the video recording, and when you're in the standby mode you can tap on the key in the middle to take an image, and you can also long hold on the middle key for a few seconds to then begin recording sound. So it does also work as a sound recorder, so not accessing the camera but using the microphone, and it actually works really well. The display could definitely be a little larger. It's quite small for the size of the tracker, but at least it is OLED, so it takes very little power, and it's also bright enough so that even if you're outdoors you're still able to see it for the most part. So as seen from that footage, the overall quality is fairly good, about the same as a low-cost action camera or other spy cameras we've seen. It's not going to replace your smartphone cam. It's not going to be, you know, the most stable footage in the world. But again, if for the discrete video recording, for recording sound and taking the occasional image without anyone noticing, it actually does a pretty good job. I would say especially the sound recording works really well. The microphone seems to do a good job of picking up voices. It captures a sequence of 3 shots each time that you tap on the shutter key, which is the middle. So you can find the best image of the three when you take a look at them on your computer. What's interesting though is that there's no way to actually access these photos directly from the companion app on your smartphone, because it's simply using Bluetooth to transfer the data for the fitness, which is number of steps you've walked and distance and calories. It acts as just like any other fitness tracker, so anyone else around you won't really suspect that there's a camera at all. But the rather inconvenient part is you have to resort to syncing it with a computer by either taking the SD card out or plugging in the micro USB in order to see those footage. So we've already binded it using Bluetooth. You can pull down to refresh, but you can see number of steps that you've walked, calories burned, and all that information synced over. But it's very basic. You can also change things like the stride length, your height, as well as number of steps you want to set as your goal. And here's the webcam feature, which I think is actually pretty cool. Simply plug it into the computer's USB port and then tap on the side key once to turn the camera on, and afterwards you can now use it as a functioning webcam. You can just open up the camera app on any Windows computer. It doesn't require any additional drivers to be installed, and it's simply just recognized. So that's more or less it for our hands-on review of the Alfawise Full HD Spy Camera Bracelet. It's a very interesting concept, and I think it actually works slightly better than expected. The fitness tracker component is basic, but it works. It doesn't offer anything fancy like heart rate detection or sleep tracking, but number of steps seems to do all right. And otherwise, it's pretty comfortable to wear. And of course, the actual video, photos, and sound recording all worked better than I expected. I also like the bonus feature of using it as a webcam if you have to. However, if you are looking for the most feature-rich, just fitness features, this is not going to be it. Or if the hidden aspect isn't your top priority and you just need something to record stable video, then I think a regular action camera might actually still be better in terms of giving you a larger field of view and slightly better performance, perhaps 4K resolution. However, if you just want something small, lightweight, and just kind of fun to play around with, certainly not bad. You can check out more details in the links down below. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.